I can see the green light. I can see myself. I can see my glass of apple cider vinegar. I can see part of the other computer screen I don't want to see.
Myself.
I can hear myself. Apple cider vinegar. This is going to be golden. Well, perhaps not golden, but as good as it can get, coming from the state I'm in. This is Friday Live Weekly Evaluation Time with Alexander, aka Tea Time with Alex. We are going to go through the very eventless week. How's that for an hype? And share some insights and reflections. Above all, it's going to be more... it's not going to be about the week, because I've been home sick. I'm still sick. I am a bit low energy here. I am a bit dizzy. So don't judge me too hard if I'm going to be all over the place, because I'm just... yeah, I'm sick. Just throwing it out there. Not throwing up, throwing that out there. But so I'm going to go through this experience of having done rejection therapy for 22 days. And a bit what lies ahead. Also, if there are some questions, we'll address them too. I'm gonna be sweating like shit. It's a heat wave going on here in Sweden. It's 30 degrees, and in this small apartment, it's 30 degrees as well. Yeah. Before we throw ourselves out there, I just have to say that this beautiful picture is a picture from the island I grew up on, and I'm gonna be going there tomorrow to start my vacation. 1 week delayed. This has been my first vacation week, but I've just been lying indoors, pitying myself instead. No, I have not, but that is also one of the points I'm gonna be talking about. A bit of stoicism, practicing suffering, and why that's good for you. But we'll take that towards the end, I think. So let's do this. Let's throw ourselves into 22 days of rejection therapy. Oh boy, where do I start? I do want to keep this short and consistent, basically, because I'm not going to be able to last that long today. I've ended my 22 streak of doing rejection therapy challenges every day. For you who don't know what rejection therapy is, basically it's about fear exposure or exposure to rejection. The point is that you should desensitize yourself to these events or activities, or what do you say, moments where you are rejected. We design questions that somehow expose us to rejection. This has played out in many different scenarios. I've been approaching people, girls, asking them for hugs, trying to be flirty. I've asked if I could go riding on a horse. What else have I done? I've asked people if they want to be in a selfie shot with me, and well, just check out my Instagram TV or some of the videos. I've only put up 5 of those videos here. All will be put up, but that's not the point. And the point is that I've exposed myself to other people's rejection, and we do that because we want to desensitize ourselves. Why is that important? Well, when we look at fear, when we look at what is limiting us in life, often it comes down to fear. The fear of other people's opinions of us, how other people will think and act if we do something, if we break the social norm, if we do what we want to. So we don't do it. That means it limits us. That means holding us back from living the kind of life we want to live. And I don't know about you, but I'm all about pursuing that quest to be limitless, to to be free in mind and body, to do whatever I want to do. But currently I'm not living that life, but this life where I'm moving towards that life, and I feel stronger. I'm not feeling stronger right now, but in the long term, I'm moving in the right direction, and it's through these kind of experiments that I play around with, but also a whole lot of internal mind games, working with my self-esteem in different ways. And I feel the result of that. I feel that this is some good shit. This is the investment, the energy investment. It cost me. The return on investment is a good payoff. So that's why I do this, and that's the structure of these rejection therapy challenges. I started doing them like 1.5 years ago, perhaps for the first time. But then I got into this new rant. I can't remember how it started, but I got the motivation to start doing them again, and it ended up with being a 20-day rant when I did these challenges. And then I turned 6, so I stopped. But I have not stopped with the daily fear facing. I've just shifted. I've done other things I'm able to do from the apartment, from home. Because one of the key things here, before we go into the actual challenges or the outcome of them, is that habits, routines, doing things daily, routines that support your long-term goal. My goal of becoming free, that means this is one of those key routines or habits that will take me there. Daily steps. We want to make this something that is not a maybe or a should. It's a goddamn must. It's a intuitive, in the back of my head. It just happens. I don't question whether I should do it or not. I may question the activity. I may have doubts in myself, but I just know in my heart I have to do something, because it's just something that really benefits me. It's not an option, Alex. It's not a goddamn option, because I'm so determined. I'm gonna do it. And well, that's maybe the kind of push you have to do. But when you do this enough times, it will be implemented as a self-going habit. Your muscle and bodies, your muscles and body is just embracing it to the degree that it's autonomous. You don't have to activate that motivation muscle anymore, because it's just there. And that's why I really the degree of effortness, the difficult level of my different rejection therapy challenges, they varied a whole lot. Some days I did some really emotional tough shit. Other days it may not have been that tough, at least not from an objective standpoint, but it's relative to your mind, your state. And when I was sick, the 20th day, and I was just gonna ask one person to take a picture of me. It was like super simple, considering my usual state, considering that the day before I had been talking to girls, asking if I could go on a pony ride, just things that was really out of the comfort zone, from the social norm. And today, just asking for a picture was really not that bad. But since I was sick, since I was really low key, it was just as much, if not more, of an effort for me. And my point is, I'm not having a universal high bar when I put up these daily objectives. I'm allowing myself to negotiate the terms of what I'm going to do, because as long as I do something that follows the the structure of the habit. That is, we have a cue, a routine, and a reward. Then I'm still doing the routine. Then I'm still implementing this framework within the body. I'm still taking it to heart, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to abandon it totally, because then it's gonna fade away eventually. We want it consistently. We want it there because it's so powerful for us. It has the potential to change our lives. because these 22 challenges, I mean, I had a blast doing them every day. I got this nice, exciting moment. I had this event every day on my regular work days. This was in a period where I also worked like 11, 12 hours every day because crazy time at work. So I still was able to extract some magic out of the day. I got to know this really nice guy in this strawberry stand. I asked him for free strawberries, like strawberries they were going to throw away. I did that one day. That was a really nice interaction. But I got to know this guy. It ended up with me stopping by his stand every day. I got a nice smile. I said hello. We talked some. I got some free strawberries, and that was ongoing. That happened as a result of a 5-minute interaction I really had to push to do. It got me a rejection that day because I didn't get any strawberries, but I got the following days. So not only did I learn how to take a no, I also got a new friend there. I also got a recurrent connection with the person, and that thing just kept happening. I got to know these people. I learned different techniques to deepen the conversations, to not flee the fear. And boom, when I get rejected, usually I just okay, thank you. But when you practice it, when you're proving to yourself that you're surviving it, it's not that dangerous. You push yourself to stand in the fear longer. You can start to dissect the conversation. If I ask for something weird, like I asked this lady for a hug, she said, no, I'm not comfortable with that. But instead of just walking away straight away, I asked, may I ask you why? And we had a whole new conversation on a whole new level. We talked about how she, coming from a specific culture, she wasn't comfortable with giving hugs to strangers. And I sure as heck don't judge her for that. But it also led us to a conversation about culture, about me living in Taiwan for a while and how they really wasn't okay with hugs there too. I mean, try to hug a Taiwanese person and you for sure will experience an uncomfortable hug. Here in Sweden, the culture of hugging is on a whole different level. I mean, at my work, everybody's hugging everybody basically. I hug the CEO of the company when I see him, even if I only see him once every second month. So it's just, that's also one of the points here. Rejection therapy challenges has so much to do with the social norm within the context you are at when you're doing that thing. If you're in the States, or if you're in Taiwan, or if you're in Sweden, you are gonna get a whole different outcome. If you're in a family that was raised in a specific way, then you're gonna get a whole different outcome compared to another friend of yours that has another different outcome. These norms, they impact us in different ways when we get raised up and such. But it doesn't mean it's the one and holy truth we have to live by. We are allowed to. We should break those rules. It makes us unique. It makes us stand out. and it makes us have fun. We have to remove ourselves from living a life that is dictated by this specific framework. We have to create our own framework, but also not be, this is important, just because you create your own framework, it doesn't mean that you should be static in this framework you create. This is one of the things you should look out for. I've been guilty of that at times. I embrace these religions for how I should live my life. Like I follow a strict diet, super hard, straight to the point. So it closes down other ways of living. So right now I'm like opening up to trying a whole new palette of food. I'm gonna try eating a whole lot more vegan food, just because I'm curious in how that kind of eating palette tastes like and what that kind of life is. That doesn't mean I'm gonna throw everything else aboard. I'm just gonna broaden it. I'm gonna open my mind, and I think that's just it's applicable to life. It's applicable to social norms and rules. Break yourself free from the prison you live in, and you will see, you will find, you will experience that life has so much more to offer. It just becomes so much more fun. That's the word that I say the most represent my 22 days of rejection therapy challenge. I've had so much fun with it. And this is an important mindset to have if you decide to go into one of these challenges. If you decide to start approaching girls, people in general, doing rejection therapy challenges, if you want to just push yourself to be more socially comfortable, because for me this is grounded in one of the goals that I want to be able to talk to anybody, anywhere, any place. I want to talk to anybody at any time, at any place. That relates on a bigger level to the whole freedom speech. I want to be free. But so by pushing myself to do these things and going into these situations with the mindset that I'm having fun with it. This is something I had to grow into, but I am having fun with it. I decided to have fun with it. I learned how to have fun with it. And now each one of these challenges, I have to think, they resulted in a laughter. I'm having fun with it. It just makes my days so goddamn fun. And I see that I've been ranting on for already 18 minutes. And I can also see that I'm sweating like shit here. I'm hoping my fever is over at least. And I think I went like all over the place with this. But what I want to say is that dare yourself to do one of these challenges. And sure, one day is good, but the power of doing them daily, the power of having this, deciding to make this a habit, and you don't have to make it big and grandiose. Small things is okay. The power is that you will have this amazing life every day. Even if the day sucks in general. I had days at work which was just dreadful. How can I just like ending the work and like everything feels like shit. And then by just talking to a person for 2 minutes, totally changed everything. Smiling, happy, seeing life again. Saving those last hours of the day, because that mood change just boop, like that. Flipping a switch, change everything. I'm not trying to sell you on this. Maybe I am, but I'm reviewing my own experience of this thing. But so not to get stuck around in this field too much. Do it a lot. Have consistency. Have the mindset of self-amusement, having fun with it. And remember, it's a fresh good. You need to keep it fresh. Yeah. And also progressively raise the bar, because you will get used to what you're doing. So if you're not pushing yourself, then the reaction will also be less and less, because you're not experiencing more things. If you only do one type of question to one type of person in a specific context, that will get normalized. You will not get any thrill out of it. Thrill is part of where the fun comes from. And it's not a problem if you're just following a routine. Routines can be seen as different. Man, I think you understand here. The routine is the framework for in which context you put it in how you apply it, but you can still challenge yourself to different levels of difficulties. You're not stupid. You understand me here. But so I ended the whole 22-day rejection therapy streak, but I did not quit the facing fear challenge, daily facing fear challenge. I just renegotiated the terms with what the fear facing meant. You see, there's a TED Talk out there. I linked it in one of my videos. I think you can find the link. You can find the link in the description here, at least the link to the video where I linked to that TED Talk video. I'll put the other link directly here too. But it's about this girl. I can't remember her name right now. She did 100 days of fear facing, and she broke the fears down to 7 different areas. That was 7 different fear areas, like pain, danger, disgust, embarrassment, rejection, loneliness, control. So from now on, from Wednesday, when I stopped doing the rejection therapy, I have to daily face one of these fears, because it's fear facing and it's good. They may have different results, but to push myself every day to go out there to manufacture a rejection therapy challenge, it's fun for sure, but it's also, especially when I had to produce a video doing it, it took some energy, and sometimes it was a bit like pushy. Like maybe the alternative of facing another fear may have given me a better result. But so now on a daily basis, I have to do one of those things. I have to face a fear. I have to perhaps control. I have so much control, letting go of control, making an active choice in one of my areas in my life where I say, okay, today's fear-facing challenge is going to be to loosen the control in this thing. Like I have a special relationship to food. Me and my friend actually has this Swedish podcast on food training and anxiety, just because we are a bit fucked up in those areas. But so letting go of control, letting go of not counting calories for one day, that's like an active choice in how to face my fears. And this is so dependent on where you're at, what fear means to you. But still having that routine established, not giving up on the daily habit, it's super important. So that's why I'm still facing fears on a daily basis. It's just not put out there on a video in the rejection therapy challenge shape every day. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop the rejection therapy challenges, and maybe when I actually do those, I will make a video about it. We'll see. But my point is, embrace a daily fear-facing practice. It's great, and it will be great for you. Yeah, I'm selling you on pseudoscience done by me. Okay, I can feel my energy level dropping off here, so we're gonna round this off. If you want some guidance on the whole what do you say, the techniques of how to do the rejection therapy challenge, I I actually recommend the book The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. And you can also watch the TED Talk that I just talked about, the 100 Days of Fear Facing that she did. She puts up a framework there about how she faces fears. For me, this book, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, which has 6 pillars, but the first 3 pillars is basically what I use to handle my fears, how to go through the wall of anxiety that I face when I do approaches. And it's self-consciousness, self-acceptance, and taking responsibility. So just very shortly, being self-conscious means that you are aware, you are present, you are able to slow down your thoughts to the degree that you can hear what you're telling yourself. You can feel and read out that negative self-talk that is just crapping on yourself. Actually, did a live session with a high-performance coach yesterday. This was what the Sunday video is going to be about, actually. But we went through some practicing of how to slow down your mind, listening to your negative thoughts when you're about to approach a girl, for instance, reading out those thoughts. We came to realize that I'm always telling myself, don't do it, you don't know what to say to the girl. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Those words like bombard me every time I try to approach a girl. And this is self-consciousness, this is awareness. But when we're able to slow them down, the thoughts, when we're able to not like try to cover them up, but to realize that they are there, to listen to them, then we are able to dissolve them. And you see how the next step, pillar number 2, came in here, self-acceptance. We shouldn't cover them up. We shouldn't neglect them. They are there, and they are there for a reason. So by accepting them, we are not lying to ourselves, but we are also exposing them to like objective thoughts, to reality. Are they really sane? We shine the light on them, and it makes them dissolve. And that takes us to the last pillar, taking responsibility. Even though we feel like shit, even though some shitty things has happened in the past, maybe we have bad, awful moments of approaching people before, that shit doesn't matter. Taking responsibility means that I am at this point right now, and what matters is what actions I take ahead. If I want to develop, if I want to go in a certain direction, I can't pity myself. I need to step up and take responsibility. I need to take the actions I know I need to take if I want to make this happen, if I want to make this journey. Nobody else is going to come there, take my hand and guide me through it. I have to do this on my own at the right time. Maybe right now. Taking responsibility, taking the right action. So that is the 3 first pillars of the book, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. And awareness, acceptance, taking responsibility, identifying your fears, defining what kind of action you want to take, and taking action on them. That's how it happens. That's how you are gonna pull through. Man, am I blasted now. I'm actually impressed I'm able to talk this much. Yeah, tap yourself on your shoulder. Tell yourself you did a good job. That's the best part of these rejection therapy challenges. You feel so goddamn proud once you've done it. You feel so goddamn proud. And you should be. Because you just grew as a person. And to me, personal growth, that's just life. I love it. Makes it all kind of purposeful. You have to find your purpose. And if you're not growing, then what the heck are you supposed to do? I don't know. That's the answer I'm gonna give you. Keep growing, and keep growing with people. Help other people grow. It's so much more fun. Yeah, that was my cue. That is my that's the moment when I say we had enough fun, guys. We had enough fun. It's time to call it a day. And the Sunday video will not be any epic Alexander adventure, since, well, I'm not going to be able to do that much this weekend. I'm going to fly home to Öland, my birthplace, tomorrow, but I'm still going to be, well, not able to go out there in the real world and do some crazy shit. But I am going to put out the next week's challenge. Hopefully it will be a collaboration with this high performance coach that I talked to yesterday. He has promised to record a video with some techniques for how we can slow down our brain and how we can practice that daily on our own, and then go out there and apply it to the real world. So hopefully I'm going to present that video to you guys in this Sunday video, so we can do this together. At least that's what I'm going to do the next week. Practicing slowing my brain down, talking, listening to my negative thoughts in slow-mo, and then go out there and execute. Boom. Boom. I had fun doing this. We didn't have much of a company today, but that's okay. Maybe that was good. And I was able to focus at one thing at a time. I don't know if I would have been able to multitask emotions and thoughts today. What am I talking about? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. I will see you in the next one. Go out there, face some fears, because you are a fear facer. Boom! Boom! Bye, guys.